What is going on YouTube? It's your boy Trev. I want to talk to you about a perspective that I have on something. The other day I was watching Star Trek. A big Star Trek fan. There's a new series. I love it. Anyway, so the story was about the doctor on the ship. And the doctor on the ship has a daughter who is terminally ill. Now, he spends all of his spare time trying to find a cure for her disease, but he hasn't found one yet. So what he does, everybody knows about Star Trek when they beam you on and off the ship, you're on the transporter. So what he does is he keeps her in the transporter beam, okay? And by doing that, it slows the progression of her disease, okay? But he lets her out for a little while every day to spend some time with her. And he wrote a book. It's like a Robin Hoodish kind of book, those kind of characters. And he reads the book to her often, and she loves the book. But she doesn't really like the ending that he wrote so much. And she's always coming up with different endings and asking him, Dad, why can't these two people have met and fallen in love? Or why can't it end like this? Why can't it end like that? And so he explains to her that it's really good to, that she's creative like that. She comes up with her own vision. But this is the way that he wrote the story. And in life, sometimes things don't always go exactly the way you envision them to go. Okay. But when she gets better and grows older, she can write her own stories and give them whatever ending she wants. Okay. But she sticks to the fact that she doesn't like his endings. Okay. So while all this is going on, the ship comes into this part of space where there's an alien, right? And the alien is just floating around out there in the nebula. The energy, it's pure energy, this alien, and it has like super godlike powers, right? Like every alien does. So the alien has never encountered humans before and starts to scan the ship. So it sees all the humans all over the ship, but it sees this one pattern that's energy, kind of like itself, right? And it's obviously the daughter of the doctor. So it bonds with her or whatever, it probes her mind, and obviously the last thing that was on her mind before she went back into the pattern buffer was this story, okay? So he decides that, or this, he, she, whatever the alien is, it decides that it's going to bring her back out of the pattern buffer, and it is going to create this reality out of her story, out of this what she had in her head. So now everybody on the ship starts becoming characters in this story that the doctor wrote, okay? And hijinks ensue. Everything goes to crap because it was just a vision of hers. It was just a vision of the doctors writing this book. It wasn't reality, okay? All right. That lays the basis for my premise, all right? That started me thinking, when I'm thinking about how this daughter had her own vision, being the crypto geek that I guess I'm becoming, that started me thinking about Ryoshi's vision and Shiba Inu. And, I before they got deleted, from existence, I read the Medium article. I read Ryoshi's vision and some of the other things that were published. And I started thinking about it like this. A vision is just that. It's a vision, okay? A vision isn't a plan necessarily. Sometimes you make a plan from a vision. But in this case with Shiba Inu, I don't think that's accurate. I don't think that's what Ryoshi was doing, okay? Because we also know from his writings, her writings, whoever Ryoshi was, that Shiba Inu was meant to be an experiment. Created these tokens and threw away the key, okay? Sent it out into the community, and the whole purpose for the experiment was to just release it as a decentralized token with no control over it and see what the community built it into, okay? You can't do that and have a plan for it, okay? So this team, this Bone the Metaverse development team, that has taken this story of Ryoshi's vision and, from my perspective, got it wrong. Okay, they bring credibility to everything that they're doing, creating Bone, creating Leash, creating Shibarium, the Shiboshis, because all these things were in Ryoshi's vision. But I think he was just saying, all right, I'm setting this out into the community. You can do whatever you want with it. In my head, this is where I see it going. But that wasn't a plan. It was not a directive, okay? But they're trying to sell it as if Ryoshi's vision was his plan. And they are the ones who are carrying out his wishes. And that's just not true, okay? Because like I said, you can't set it free to see what it's going to do, but then lay out a plan for it. Those two things do not work together. They're incongruent. So I've come to the conclusion, and, after this little, perspective of mine, maybe you'll see my point, that this metaverse team are full of crap. Okay, I know I came to that conclusion a long time ago, but this is just, as I'm really thinking about it, it doesn't make any sense. Okay, but they bring credibility to what they're doing by saying, yeah, we're doing what Ryoshi wanted. No, that was Ryoshi's dream. It was his vision of what might happen. Okay, but creating Bone and making that the gas fee of Shibarium and all these other things, that was this team's decision. That was their decision to make reality. But it wasn't a directive. It wasn't handed down to them. It wasn't a roadmap for them to follow. They've created the roadmap. Now, they have done an excellent job creating this roadmap. They've done a great job marketing it and selling it to all of you, everyone who's out there, so that people believe that they run Shiba Inu, that Shiba Inu was left to them. It's in their hands. I spoke to someone recently who's very big in the space. Probably forgot more about it all than I'll know 5 years from now. And we were chit-chatting about Shiba Inu and what's going on. Shibarium coming out. Everybody's wondering, is it going to do, what they maybe said it was going to do or alluded was going to do, because I don't know if they ever really came out and said exactly what it was going to do. Is that what's going to happen? Is there going to finally be some sort of burn mechanism that is, a serious one that can really help to bring down the supply? Is anything about Shibarium going to focus on Shiba Inu? Because nothing else that they've done has, right? We're chatting about that. And I expressed my opinion, which I think I've already expressed to you, but I'll make it clear again. For me, Shibarium better knock our socks off. It better do all the things that we're hoping it does. Because if it doesn't, I will be leading the charge. And I got a couple hundred followers, right? So, my threats, what do they really mean? But I don't care. I will be leading the charge to get this team to remove Shiba Inu from its name. You can name it anything you want, okay? You can name it Ibashinu. It's not going to change anything that you've done or anything that you've created. Using Shiba Inu and using this whole story that you're doing, here I go again, talking to the development team, right? But using this whole story that you're doing Ryoshi's will, it's all marketing, okay? It's all to sell this. And you've done a great job, because someone who's really into crypto told me, well, it doesn't make sense because my whole thing was we need a different team. We need a whole nother team to step up and concentrate on Shiba Inu, concentrate on it, increasing the value of Shiba Inu, getting rid of the supply, bringing utility actually to the token. And they told me, yeah, but you can't really do that. No other team can really step up and do that unless this team steps down and walks away from it. I was like, really? And then I pointed them to my article that I wrote on Medium, which I will link in the description, which clarifies that ain't true. That's not the case. Shiba Inu is decentralized. As a matter of fact, in one of the AMAs, and I believe it was the last AMA that that team did with some YouTube content providers, Claybro and Matt Perry, and I think there were a few others. I don't remember which one, if one of them actually said this, if it was the Shibashi or Morpheus, I don't know who said it, but somebody said, clarified that, said Shiba Inu is open to the community. Anybody can just step up and create what we're creating and do whatever it is that we're doing, because that's the truth, all right? But it's not the way that they market it to the masses, and they've fooled a lot of people, all right? So, yeah, we're waiting for Shibarium, and we're in Q3. So something was just released that said, we can expect the public beta to be released in Q3. We're in Q3. We've got 3 months to go. It can be released anytime within that period of time, assuming that they don't, say, oh, we need to delay it again or whatever. But here we are. And Shibarium really better kill it. It better kill it. Because DJ Trev has a vision. And my vision is that somebody will step up, somebody who knows what they're doing, and put together a development team, because there are some very talented people still out there. Look at the team that's volunteering and fixing what happened to Luna when it fell apart, and it's now Luna Classic, LUNC, and they're putting it back on. They're getting it running again. Okay, how they came together, I don't know. I should really ask that question, because I do talk to some of them, but there are other people out there. Okay, so my vision is that they find each other and they come together and they form a development team, an actual Shiba Inu development team, and they do the right thing by the community, by the investment community who invested in this, and would like for the value to go up. Okay, that's my vision. All I need now is a magic alien. Peace.